Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Chris Davis, and today what we're going to talk about is James Gunn. So yesterday he released a video showing the future of DC Studios, and he gave us a lineup of some projects that DC Studios is coming out in the near future. And I really wanted to share my thoughts with you guys about what James Gunn shared. Now, I'm gonna be like honest and upfront. I don't like what James Gunn has already done in the beginning, getting rid of Henry Cavill. Sorry, I thought that no, Henry Cavill was a great Superman. Like he did an awesome job with the character. Uh, if any of the films that he was in was bad, it had to do with like bad writing and with Warner Brothers and the studios influencing what Zack Snyder did with Batman v Superman. It's been reported that Batman v Superman wasn't Zack Snyder's fault. Um, it was like studio getting heavily involved, wanting to compete with Marvel, wanting to set up their universe with just one film. But the point I'm trying to make is Henry Cavill. I don't know why I'm not saying his name right. Henry Cavill did an awesome job as Superman. I want to make that clear. I don't like how studio jerked him around. I don't like how James Gunn got rid of him. Like he may have his reasons. He may want someone younger to do the job, but I thought Henry Cavill was amazing, and I don't like how they made him give up The Witcher, come back to do Superman, and then he's not Superman anymore, and he's doing Warhammer, which I don't know anything about. It's really obscure. But anyway, um, James Gunn talked about some projects that he's releasing. Some of them I like, some of them I don't. And the ones that I don't really make me nervous about the direction he's taking the DC universe in, because he talked about how the DC universe had things were disjointed, things weren't connected for a long time. So the CW shows weren't connected to the DCEU, and he talked about how he wanted everything connected: film, television, games, um, live action, cartoons. I agree with part of that. Um, I think it would be good if the TV and the movies were connected, but I don't think it's a good idea to have cartoons, gaming connected with TV shows and movies, because if his plan is for one character to have one actor or one actress play a character through a movie, TV, video game, cartoons, like that's gonna take up all their time to where they're not gonna have any time to do any other role outside of DC. They're just gonna be handcuffed to that. Also, with the way DC is now, DC has does a great job with their animation. What I'd prefer James Gunn to do is you can make the movies and TVs connected. That's fine. But the live with the animation, uh, just the way DC's doing that, just keep doing it. There is nothing wrong with it. With the animated movies, those are all really good. Rarely is there like a bad one. They're all good. So if you can do more, if you can do the animated movies, make a really good animated cartoon. Like bring those back. I know we have Young Justice, but if you can do a great animated cartoon and do animated movies and have that be its own like separate thing, I think that would be better. And you can have different voice actors and voice actresses voice those characters, and it does not have to be the same one in the movies and TV. Um, that it doesn't have to be the same actor who does the movie and the TV show, do the video games, and do the cartoons. Because honestly, I think they need their time freed up to do like other roles, and they need to also have a life. Excuse me. So, one of the things that James Gunn said that he's going to release. Let's start with the things that are really making me nervous. So, Creature Commandos. Um, there ones. So there's Creature Commandos. Uh, there's one other one that I'm trying to think of. Give me one sec. It's super obscure. Okay, The Authority. Okay, so Creature Commandos and The Authority. These two make me really nervous because they're so obscure. Like I've never even heard of these things, and I'm a big DC fan, but I haven't even heard of these characters, and he's doing these projects, and to me, I don't think they're gonna like transfer well. I mean, they are like very obscure Z-list heroes, and I think he needs to focus his attention on like some other things. And there's another one that I don't think is so good. It's more well known to DC fans than Creature Commandos and The Authority, but that's Booster Gold. He said that's gonna be an HBO Max thing, but um, Booster Gold, he's not great. He's not great at all. Now, here are the things that like I am looking forward to. Um, so we have a Supergirl movie coming out, and then we have Superman Legacy. He says he's planning to come out with that one in July 2025. And then we have Batman: The Brave and the Bold, and then we have Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, John Stewart. I've always wanted like John Stewart to be like on the big screen because um, he was John Stewart Green Lantern was so big when I was growing up as a kid and like early teenager with Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. So awesome character. Always wanted to see him on the big screen, but with the way James Gunn is going to do it, him and Hal Jordan, and they're going to be like space cops, and it sounds like he's really gonna put more of his Guardians of the Galaxy humor into it, and I don't think he should do that with I don't think he should do that with the Green Lantern. I think instead of it being more funny, it needs to be something like more serious. Um, Superman Legacy, like I said, I wish he kept Henry Cavill for that. Uh, but he got rid of Henry Cavill. Um, it's come out due 2025, and I've heard from multiple YouTubers that his plan is to have Superman kind of like in his early days. So as a reporter at the Daily Planet, him figuring out being a reporter and being Superman. I don't know if those that's the right wording, but it's something similar to that. And Uh, I don't know. This is gonna be a Superman origin story. I mean, or is this going to be something like Batman Year One, where we see Superman um, like learning to be Superman? Uh, yeah, it's kind of hard to see what direction he's going with because multiple people say, oh, he's really inspired by the uh, DC animated universe and the 90s and early 2000s, or he's really fascinated by Young Justice. And it looks like he's pulling all these inspirations from everywhere and he's putting everything like all together. But uh, all I really want to say is that like he better do a good job. He like better do a really good job because the problem with DC is that they've had multiple mergers, multiple people buy them, and people keep putting their hands in the pot, and there isn't a person who unilaterally makes like all the decisions. That's the good part about Marvel and Kevin Feige. He pretty much had like absolute say about what direction they're going and how it's going to be done. DC, not so much. Um, uh, but I'm just saying, like, after getting rid of Henry Cavill, after rebooting the entire universe, which I don't like, uh, because to me, it's really it's lazy writing. I know that DC didn't have like a really good start, but I would prefer him to just come on in with what they had and just go from there rather than, okay, we're just gonna reboot and start over. It for me, it's more of like lazy writing. But he wants to do his own stuff. He wants to cherry pick what he wants. So. Uh, Batman, the Brave and the Bold. Uh, he's starting off with Damian Wayne Robin, which he's skipping like three other Robins. He's skipping Dick Grayson. He's skipping Jason Todd. He's sticking. He's skipping. He's sorry. I'm sorry. He's skipping Tim Drake. So he's skipping all these other Robins for Damian Wayne, which mm, it could work if he makes it like a father and son kind of bond. Then I could see it. Uh, Supergirl, her film with it, she's more. I'm trying to think. I guess she's gonna be a more darker character because rather than being raised like on being with Superman and like maybe learning from him. Uh, Well, it's not like that. Okay, so usually with Supergirl's origin, she's like usually the usual story with Supergirl is that by the time she gets to Earth, Superman's already grown up and um, she's supposed to be older than him, but due to time, space, and being in status, she doesn't age, and then Superman has to like show her the ropes and everything like that. But instead of it being like that, it looks like she's not going to be in any kind of status. She's just going to be a darker character because she watched her home world be destroyed. So that's an interesting take on that. So really ones that I find interesting: Batman, the Brave and the Bold, the Supergirl film, and the Superman film. Um, Maybe the Green Lantern film, but I'm still I'm still I don't know about that one. I just don't know about that one. So all I'm saying is like you better do a good job because uh, DC fans like and I think comic book fans in general are tired of all like the reboots and this company taking over Warner Brothers, this other company taking over Warner Brothers, the companies merge with another company, and then like they're all having their hands in the studio. I think like what comic book fans want is they do want like DC to have a great cinematic universe that's as good, probably even better than the Marvel cinematic universe. Because who wouldn't want Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, and Flash, and Green Lantern, like on the big screen, and for them to have an awesome universe? Uh, like people would love that. So I'm just saying, since he's coming in, he's rebooting everything. He's gotten rid of actors and actresses. People have said that he's gotten rid of Gal Gadot. I don't know. If that's what people say. I'm saying since he's doing all this, he better do a good job. He he better knock it out of the park. That's all I'm saying. Because he's not using what people have already. He's coming in with his own thing, his own vision. Okay, so now he better do a great job. That's really what I'm trying to drive home here. So there's some things that I like that I find interesting. There's some things that are very obscure, and I don't think he needs to even be focusing on. So those are my thoughts. All right, if you liked what I had to share, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with all your friends, and all of you. Have a great day.